Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, Del Amo Boulevard just got longer. We'll bring you to the groundbreaking for the new road extension. Plus, an alien hunter visits the city. We'll tell you how he thinks we can find intelligent life in the universe. Then Torrance schools adopt a school in San Pedro. We'll tell you why. And we'll find out why making the right moves on the chessboard helps some players make the right moves in life. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. Today we're coming to you from the Volunteer Center. Founded in 1963, the center mobilizes people and resources to bring creative solutions to community problems. Besides offering volunteer opportunities and training to nonprofit agencies, the center has some very special programs. These green bags are filled with holiday gifts for children for Operation Teddy Bear. The center donates more than 5,000 backpacks filled with fun and educational items to kids in an effort to promote literacy. The center also helps provide food for families with their new Food for Kids program. Title I children are only given meals at school during the week. Food for Kids gives these same students non-perishable food items to take home for the weekend. And now on to our top story. A dedicated volunteer and advocate of Torrance cultural arts has died. Ann Smizik was an active member of the Torrance community for more than 40 years. Smizik volunteered for the PTA, the League of Women Voters, and the AYSO for more than 20 years. She also worked with the TUSC in various counseling positions. More recently, Ann was part of organizations like the Schweitzer Learning Center, the Torrance Historical Society, and the Torrance Women's Club. She served on the Cultural Arts Center Foundation Board for 6 years and recently retired from the city's Cultural Arts Commission after 8 years. The city also honored her with the Katie Geisert Award at this year's annual Excellence in Arts celebration. It will be just a half a mile long, but it could make a big difference for drivers. The city will finally begin the Del Amo Boulevard extension between the ExxonMobil refinery and Dow Chemical Plant. Reporter Ravelle Dominique takes us to the groundbreaking ceremony.
Commuters traveling along Del Amo Boulevard know that it does not connect to Crenshaw. But today marks the start of the project that will turn this strip of land into the missing part of the boulevard that will. Good news for commuters, but for residents like Irene Ordaz who live on Del Amo, there are some reservations.
It's good for business and all that, but it's going to affect us because of the traffic.
But there is an argument for both sides.
People who live on other streets such as Torrance Boulevard or 190th are very excited about it because it will decrease the traffic that are on those streets.
Today's event is more than 12 years in the making.
According to Overstreet, the extension plan dates back to the 1970s, where it is outlined in the General Circulation Plan. After acquiring the necessary land, which was previously owned by ExxonMobil, Dow Chemical, and BNSF Railway, the city is moving forward with the project.
I'm just really excited to work on this project because it does include a bridge, and bridges connect people, they connect places.
The bridge will be built directly over the railroad tracks. The extension project also plans on widening the road between Prairie and Maple Avenue, turning it into a 4-lane highway. Now for residents like Ordaz who have lived on Del Amo, when it was a mere 2 lanes, there is just one request.
We need some stop signs or a light or something when they open the street.
For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Ravelle Dominique.
Thanks, Ravelle. Construction on the $13 million 4-lane road will begin in January and will take up to 24 months. The city was hit with an unexpected tax bill recently, and the accounting mistake falls on AT&T. It is against federal law to levy taxes on internet access, but for nearly 5 years, AT&T collected those taxes from some smartphone users, then distributed a portion of those taxes to cities like Torrance as a utility user's tax. Now AT&T is about to settle a massive class action lawsuit, and Torrance is on the hook for the $864,000 they received. The city will negotiate with AT&T, then make budget adjustments to offset the cost. Nearly 50 million phone users are involved in the lawsuit. Rabid bats are on the rise in Los Angeles County. No, this isn't a late Halloween story. Public health officials say this year, 21 rabid bats have been detected. Most of these bats have been found in and around residential homes. One person was bitten while attempting to rehabilitate a sick bat. County officials are telling all residents to avoid touching any wild animals and to make sure their pets have up-to-date vaccinations. Children must know to leave bats and other wildlife alone, and if you find a sick bat, contact your local animal control agency. Coming up after the break, if you want to hunt aliens, we'll tell you how from an expert. But first, here's the current temperature outside.
Many good things are easy to spot, even in black and white. A maple leaf, birds in flight, our trees in summer. But there's one bad thing that's also easy to spot because it is black and white. The Asian longhorn beetle. This insect is killing our trees, but with your help, we can defeat it. It's as simple as black and white. Look for the beetle, and if you spot it, report it at beetlebusters.info.
Because play might be the best way to fight obesity.
Because staying connected makes my family stronger.
Because a safe place after school can lead to success in school.
Because physical activity is vital to my health and well-being.
Because I need to make my world better.
Because playing team sports teaches character and social skills.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Hello? Hello? I've been on the street for a while. I saw your poster outside. I don't know what to do.
National Runaway Switchboard, how can I help? Call 1-800-RUNAWAY to make the connection.
Private businesses don't just adopt schools. Some Torrance students find that helping other students is a charity they also want to support. Reporter Ravelle Dominique explains.
Yes, I'm here at North High. It's the season of thanks, and these students are giving back in a big way. Over 100 North High students left this morning for San Pedro, where they will ask Cabrillo Elementary to join them in collecting more cans.
We're not just working at school, but we're actually reaching out to other people in our community and just really making a difference in the future.
The students of North High kicked off the season with the adoption of Cabrillo Elementary in San Pedro. These two schools, along with Edison Elementary, come together for Project Santa, North High's community service for the holidays.
So we thought it would be a great opportunity for us to step in and really help in a local area and give back.
This reciprocal project benefits the elementary schools and high school alike. Cabrillo will be collecting canned foods for North High's annual canned food drive, and in return, the high school will give each Cabrillo student a toy and book. The books Edison Elementary collects will also be distributed at Cabrillo. But this adoption gives much more.
A big piece of it is just kind of being a big buddy and a mentor. And what we're hoping to do is show them that giving back has its rewards.
Last year, North High collected 20,000 cans for the Friends Without Barriers food pantry, which services people living with HIV or AIDS. But according to Pioch, his students decided on this charity with needs that hit closer to home.
I said, you know what? People need to eat first before they want new toys and things like that.
It's really heartwarming because they just adore us. You wouldn't think that these little kids that are maybe 10 years old would idolize you like you're the president or something, but they really think a lot of you, and it's so nice. Now, Project Santa comes to its conclusion at the beginning of December with a celebratory assembly. Students from Cabrillo Elementary will come to North High for this event. I'm Ravelle Dominique for CitiCABLE 3. Back to you.
Thanks, Ravelle. And North High School students are off to a great start for their canned food drive. They hope to surpass last year's number of 20,000 cans of food. Thomson Reuters released its annual list of top hospitals for inpatient cardiovascular services, and one of the 50 hospitals selected is Providence Little Company of Mary Hospital. The media company determined that these hospitals have the best survival rates and lowest complications. They also found that fewer patients were readmitted in the 30 days following discharge. Overall, hospital stays were shorter and therefore less expensive. Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center is the only community hospital in California to make the list. Some say that if aliens exist, it would be a miracle. Not so, says Seth Shostak. He says it would be a miracle if there weren't aliens out there. Shostak is the senior astronomer for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute. He was recently at the Katie Geisert Library discussing his book, Confessions of an Alien Hunter. In it, Shostak writes that newly discovered planets could mean that some of these possess the conditions necessary for life. And though we've barely scratched the surface with antennas, he believes the answer lies in listening for radio signals. And with new technology, we could make contact within 20 years. Well, coming up, the game of chess can be like the game of life. We'll tell you how it's helping troubled teens. Now here's your 5-day forecast.
There is a country in Europe, Iceland, which has been called the perfect eco-island because it is a place of clean air, fresh water, and natural beauty. Reykjavik, the capital city, radiates pure energy and a thriving culture. Geothermal steam heats homes and pools throughout the city. Iceland offers many opportunities to get re-energized. This is Iceland. Luminous, captivating, unforgettable, beautiful. Come see for yourself.
When lending a helping hand to those struck by disaster, we often send help in the form of goods. But did you know how much money goes to the shipping and storage costs for just one of these? It could have been used to provide necessities such as clothing and shelter for so many more people in need of our help and love. The love helps. Send helpful love. Cash is best. For more information, visit www.cidi.org.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
If you have a Christmas list and want to personally hand it to the man in the red suit, Santa Claus will soon be making his way through Torrance. During his annual early visit, he rides atop a float escorted by police cruisers and hands out candy canes to children on residential streets. On Saturday, November 27th, Santa's route starts at 4 p.m. and he'll be visiting streets from Carson to Maricopa and Madrona Avenue to Crenshaw Boulevard. Santa's visits continue through December 18th. For a complete list of routes, go to the Torrance Police Officers Association website at tpoahome.net/index and click on the Santa Float schedule. And finally, Benjamin Franklin once said, "Life is a kind of chess with struggle, competition, good and ill events. A program that teaches teens to strategize on the board also keeps those lessons in mind." Reporter Ravelle Dominique explains.
In a game of chess, a person must decide what to move and where to move it. But today, you'll learn that this game does more than sharpen your cognitive skills. Damen Fletcher was first introduced to chess in high school. He soon learned that the game teaches discipline and strategy, but chess can also teach deeper lessons, and years later, train of thought was born.
We could simply do it this way, right? But this is not a good square because the king could simply capture the bishop.
According to Fletcher, he didn't know what he was getting out of the 25 to 30 games he played every day. Then he started to do well in school, and his character changed for the better.
Then I started to realize that is what was going on inside of me, you know what I mean? And so from there, I was like, well, every kid should have an opportunity to get what I had.
Train of Thought started 3 years ago. Participants experience a dramatic growth in self-esteem, which comes from the visualization and critical thinking they learned from playing.
Just a service to help uplift and strengthen kids in their self-esteem and their ability to think about all things, not just chess.
It taught me to visualize and to think, don't move fast.
This game appeals to all ages and skill levels. Fletcher teaches the class a different strategy every week. Each group then figures out the best move to play while implementing the lesson. These teachings also foster skill building, character growth, and brings families together.
I wanted to bring my sons here, so that's how I learned how to play. Was interested in it, so we've been coming ever since.
According to Fletcher, it's been a great ride, and with Train of Thought, he's making a difference. Fletcher says it's a special feeling knowing you have an effect on a child that may be missing something.
It also teaches good sportsmanship. There's a lot of character traits that come from it as well that are very beneficial to people in life.
For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Ravelle, Dominique.
Thanks, Ravelle. Train of Thought meets every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at the National Council of Alcoholism and Drug Dependence South Bay Center. For more information, go to NCADDSB.com. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. A special thanks to Dee Dee Hicks and everyone here at the Volunteer Center, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.